Now it is the time for us to add the event handler for each of these four buttons. The event handler will be installed on the buttons only because the button is the one that triggers the calculation. The text box only receives the input for operand 1, but it doesn't trigger the calculation, only the buttons. So what do? Double click on, for example, we do the addition first. So we get this event handler. So let me make some structuring of the code. I don't like this opening curly bracket to be at the end of the line. I want it to be in the same line as the closing curly bracket. So once you get this event handler, you can see the name of the button that you double click just now. If you forgot to rename the button, you will get something like button 1 or button 2. If that is so, please delete this one, the event handler, and also delete the one, uh, the pointer that is pointing to that event handler. Delete this one if the name is wrong, and also the actual function for the event handler. But now it is correct, so let's continue for this one. So when the add button is clicked, what do we want to do? We want to read the content of text box 1 and add it with the content of text box 2. That is what we want to do. So first, we want to capture the content of the text boxes, which is string. So we need to declare string, but now be careful. There is a caret character like that because this is not a standard C. This is only for Visual Studio or C++ that comes with Visual Studio. This is what we call handle character. This string is some kind of pointer. Later in the semester, you will learn about pointer, but pointer is using this symbol, but this one is handle, is using the caret character. So we want to call this op1 string first. Then where do we get the value for this? We get from, this is op1 text box, op1 text box from the text content, from this one, from the property text. So it is op1 text box arrow operator text, reading from text. That is it. Now let us just test that we are reading this correctly. So we are going to use the result label to show the content of operand 1 text box. This is just development stage, not the final purpose for the result label. So we are going to use result label as the testing point to tell that we are reading correctly. So we are going to put result label we want to put on its text this string. So we assign with op1 str. Save it, run. So if we put something, anything, and then we click the plus button, that content in operand 1 text box will go to the result table. But of course, this one is not copied yet because we haven't done with the second operand. So next, we can just copy and paste to test the second operand. But of course, change the variable name op2 string, then op2 text box, taking from op2 text box. Let us print that string, then run it. So if we put, I put 33, now 33 is not printed there, but put EEE in second one, EEE is printed there because we are printing the content of the second text box. All right. So next, you see, this is string. We need number. We need to convert this string to number. So what is the type of this number? Is it integer? No, of course, right? We want to do calculation not only on integer, we want double, right? So op1 dbl stands for double is now we want to do conversion. We want to convert the string. You see, the content of any text box are string. That is why we declare the first variable as string because we are taking the content out of the text box. That content is in text. So we need to convert this string to double a numerical value. So how to do the conversion? This is the part where we get the function from .NET, which is max colon colon max colon colon, because this max is a namespace. So after you put colon colon, you can see. So how do we do the conversion? We use the a .NET function from convert namespace. So after putting convert colon colon is to indicate that this name convert is actually referring to a namespace. So to convert some string into double, we need to use two double. That is all. All right. So two double. There are 18 options how to do the conversion, but we just want to convert this string. All right. Control C and then copy it here. Control V. Now we get the content as numerical value. All right. So let us again print this. Okay. But then this is text. All right. This is text. We need to convert, if we want to print this double number, a double value, we need to convert the double to string, back to string, because the value on label are also strings. So we need to assign need to convert again. Convert. Now it is to string. now we get this numerical value. Let us print it so that we know that we are doing it properly. We're doing it correctly. So now this is numerical or double value, but text here is string. So we need to do a reverse conversion from double to string. So what we do, again, we use the convert namespace. We are taking functions from convert namespace. So convert colon look for toString. Now we are converting to string. This one. Then put the value now is of one string into the bracket. This is a function call. Okay, so let me save it, run it. Okay, now if I put some number, now that if I click plus, I get that number comes here. But if I put rubbish, something that's not number, er for example, and we try to convert this er to become number, it will cause an error. This is what we call runtime error. That is the error. So just close it for this time. For at this stage, just close it. You cannot even close it now because this is a kind of crash, because the user gives something rubbish. That rubbish cannot be converted to double. So you need to click on the stop button here. Click stop. So we need to. So now you just realize that the string of one string and also of two string sometimes can cause error when converted to double, because not all string can be converted to double. A string of 56 of course can be converted to 56. 5.7, a string of 5.7 can be converted to become 5.7 decimal. But string like AAA cannot be converted to double. So to make our program robust or can handle that kind uh, of error, or can still run if that kind of error takes place, we need to do some error checking. You need to use another control flow actually that we didn't teach you in chapter 3, but this is part of control flow in object oriented. The control flow that we call try and catch. Try and catch is like if else. It's like if else, but now we are trying. We are trying something in between these two opening and closing curly bracket. We're trying to do something here. If there is error, the execution will go into the catch block. If nothing happened here, there's no error here, the catch block will be ignored. So this is how it looks like. Try and catch, and you need to catch the error. It is exception caret also E. All right. Then the part that we want to try is this conversion. This conversion is the one that potentially can give error. So we cut this one and paste it in between the try block. And because of that, the declaration of this double need to be done outside. So let me declare double op1 dbl. Okay, then don't redeclare. This is declaration. This is assignment. All right, save it. Then if there is error, what will happen? If there is error, we want to give to result label. Okay, Control C. You want to give something to result label. We want to say something. We want to say that is an error. So to the result label text, we put please give valid number. All right. Then we don't want to continue because if we continue, we still do the conversion. This one, the conversion of double to string. So we don't want to continue. We need to return immediately. Right? Return, but not return 0 because this is void. So just return with nothing. Save it. Let us try this one. Run. So if we put 56, 56 goes there. But if we put blank, it will say please give valid number. Let's say we give correct number again. Then let's say we just put blank, we just put nothing. Then click the plus button. Again, we need something to be converted. So we need something valid to be converted. Now it is nothing there. So the structure works. So then it is obvious that you need another double variable. Just copy and paste. Then after paste, don't forget to edit to the correct editing, get correct variable name. And then of course we want to do the conversion, the same conversion to that variable. This one op2 double, the second double variable, converting from op2 string. This one. All right. So let me recall the steps. This is taking the content of the text box as string. This step is converting the string that we took from the text box to become double. Why we need to convert it to double? Because the operation that later we want to do after the conversion is complete, the operation that we want to do is numerical operation or number operation. It's not string operation. So if this conversion doesn't give any error, so there will be no error message, please give valid number, we will reach this stage. So we do the operation. Another variable, let's say we call it result dbl, also assigned with op1 dbl, not a string, it has to be the double, right? Now because this is add button being clicked, so we add op1 dbl with op2 dbl. All right. Then you can see here result double is not defined yet or not declared yet, so declare it. Double result double. Save. Then what do we want to put in result label? this is temporary for testing. Now the actual value that we want to put on result label is of course the result double. So we copy this one to C and put it to the parameter for to-string conversion. Save it, run. Alright, let us leave it blank first. Will we get the error plus? Yes, the error. If we put 4 plus, still error because we need another valid operand for operand 2. 6 and we get 10. Now let us keep the original content of the result label, the result column just now. Let us maintain that so that we know that this number is the result of the operation being done on the 2 operands. So how do we do that? We just add or concatenate the to-string result like that, and a space there. Result, this is a string, and then this string being joined or concatenated by the string of the result label. Then save again, run again. Okay, so let's say we put 6 and 7 and we get the result 13. 0.5 and we get 7.5. So what about if we put negative 0.5, we add, you get 6.5. What about negative 7? We add, we get negative 7.5. So the plus operation works already, but we are yet to do the same for subtraction, division, and multiplication. But at this stage, if you understand what we are doing here, it should be clear to you that what we need to do is just copy the whole content here into another event handler for subtraction, division, and multiplication. So how do we do that? We just double click on subtraction, we get subtraction. Double click on multiplication, we get event handler for multiplication. Double click on division, we get the event handler for division. Let us rearrange this code so that it looks more neat or organized. That's it. Then what we need to do is just to copy and paste the entire content of the addition, because the difference will be just very little, very few differences from addition, subtraction, and multiplication and multiplication, because we still need to read the string, put in a string variable, convert to double, and then do the operation. So what difference between these 4 operations is only this operation, the actual operation that is being done. So let me copy this thing, Ctrl C, Ctrl V here, Ctrl V here, Ctrl V here. This is division, so change the operator sign to division operator. This is multiplication operator, change the add operator to multiplication operator or asterisk. Then this is sub operation, change to subtraction. Save it, run. Okay. Now let us test that subtraction still works. Sorry, addition still works. Now 5 subtract 7. Do we get -2? Yes, we get -2. Then multiplication, 5 multiplied by 7, 25, divide, and then 5 divided by 7, we get this value. Alright, so let us try a few things like division. For example, if 5 divided by 0, what do we get? We get, actually that is, I think, infinity, but it's too small. If we put -5, we divide, we get negative infinity. And if we put 0 divided by 0, it is not a number. NaN stands for not a number. So everything looks okay. Let us put test one. Do one more test. Put a rubbish, put some garbage input over here, and then subtract. We get the error again. All right. So everything looks okay, looks great for the calculator. So that is how easy it is. It is even easier if we do this with C#. You finish one, you can copy and paste to create the other operation. Next is to fill up all this empty tab. What we want to do is vector calculation, trigonometry, graph, and also graph. So that will be in the coming tutorial.